1. Choose a purpose to live. By a life purpose is the aspiration and mission of one's life. It is the foundational value system and code of conduct by which one lives. Defining your purpose means answering the questions: who am I? What do I live for? What will I devote my life to? And is it worth devoting my life to? Determining a life purpose is essentially choosing a reason to live, where the meaning of your life truly lies. It is regarded as the destination, the steering wheel, or even the guiding force of our lives. This is the most important choice of all, as it influences every other decision. Not everyone chooses the right destination or steering wheel, and the consequence is that their lives may be wasted or tragically misguided. Human beings are born inherently good, but different life purposes lead to different people, different lives, and different fates. 2. Choose the person to marry. This choice should begin with envisioning what kind of family you want. Love is purely emotional, but marriage also involves reason. Getting married is something most people can do, except those who choose not to or cannot find a suitable partner. However, not everyone finds a husband or wife who is also truly a life partner. People often say that among all kinds of friends, casual friends, close friends, confidants, soulmates, choosing a life partner is the hardest. Love is a necessary condition, but more importantly, both partners must share a common life purpose and value system for the long run. When people marry, they may not yet be true life partners, may not clearly define their purpose, or may not share the same values, but they can grow together, shaping each other and themselves so that they are not only husband and wife, but companions on the remaining journey of life. When that happens, life truly flourishes. 3. Choose the work to do. In reality, there is a trend of choosing and changing careers based on fashion. Whatever profession is labeled trendy, young people flock to it in search of good fortune. Even those who have succeeded in one field often turn to another. Politics, for example. In fact, society has many peaks, not just one peak of power. Becoming an outstanding politician is one peak. Becoming a great musician is another. Becoming an excellent doctor or a renowned architect is also a peak. In truth, being a good doctor is better than being a poor hospital director. Being a good professor matters more than being an ineffective principal. Whether you are a boss or an employee, a teacher or a craftsman, an official or a civilian, an owner or a hired worker, does not matter. What matters is doing what you are best at, what suits your personality, and what creates the greatest value, both financial and social. Beyond choosing a suitable job or profession, we must also find the right place to work and commit to, which company, organization, industry, field, or region. This is crucial because work is not only a means of livelihood and contribution, but also a place for learning and growth. Today, people are influenced more by where they work than by where they study. Graduates from the same university with similar abilities may end up with vastly different lives and futures after a few years, simply because they made different career choices. 4. Choose a teacher to learn from. Learning is always one of the most important careers in a person's life. Below are 5 of the closest and most useful teachers. Teachers, mentors. These are real people who directly enlighten our minds and nurture our souls. There are many teachers, but not all are true mentors capable of guiding learners to master the learning process and explore the boundless world of knowledge. Therefore, choosing the right person to learn from and to honor as a teacher is immensely important. Books. Books are among the easiest, cheapest, and fastest paths to learning. They are not only teachers, but also loyal companions, kind, patient, always waiting for and enduring us. Learning from books means learning from the greatest minds of humanity, turning the collective wisdom preserved in books into our own. We can invite the greatest teachers of the world, ancient and modern, Eastern and Western, into our homes at any time, often at the cost of no more than a bowl of noodles. However, Not reading guarantees mediocrity, while reading a lot does not necessarily create value. What matters is which books you choose, how you read them, and what you actually learn from them. Experience. There are lessons that can only be learned through paying a price, and others that can be learned without paying it. Failure is unavoidable, but the key is to extract lessons from each failure so that it does not recur. Some believe that to avoid failure, one should do nothing, but that leads to an even greater failure, the failure of an entire life. To reduce costly mistakes, we must learn extensively from the first two teachers, mentors, and books. Role models. They may be scholars, from whom we learn knowledge, or influential figures in society, from whom we learn spirit and willpower. Their stories of success and failure, experiences, thoughts, talents, and character are invaluable lessons on the path of self-enlightenment for ourselves and others around us. However, discernment is essential, knowing who you are, who others are, and what is what. Without it, one may end up honoring the unworthy and despising the worthy, the Internet. Considered one of the most important inventions of the 20th century, the Internet has profoundly transformed humanity. It is a powerful learning tool that has created two types of people: net citizens and net addicts. Net citizens use the Internet to enhance knowledge and serve work and life. Net addicts squander most of their time and energy on online entertainment or destructive activities, whether gaming, pornography, idle chatting, or malicious hacking. Choosing to be a net citizen or a net addict is also a crucial choice for young people today. 5. Choose friends to keep. To speak of a person is to speak of a social being shaped by intertwined relationships. As the West says, "Tell me who your friends are, and I'll tell you who you are." Our ancestors said, "Birds of a feather flock together," or "Near ink you turn black, near light you shine," with rare exceptions of truly extraordinary individuals. In life, besides one's life partner, one should have close friends, trusted friends, even soulmates, not merely superficial acquaintances. These are people who share joys and sorrows, values and ideals, though they may walk different paths in building their lives and careers. Friends are a form of wealth. Prosperity comes from friends. Dignity comes from one's spouse. They provide sharing, encouragement, and support when needed. This does not mean exploiting friends. Rather, friendship should be about mutual growth and progress. A friendship built on such a spirit will be enduring and beautiful. In summary, choosing a purpose is choosing the destination, the steering wheel, the operating system of life. Choosing a spouse is choosing a family, a home, a peaceful place to return to, and a lifelong launch pad for each other. Choosing work is choosing a career to realize one's life dreams. Choosing teachers is choosing people and methods to equip oneself with knowledge and capabilities to plan and execute life strategies. Choosing friends is finding and nurturing beautiful friendships that enrich one's life. All of these important choices must be considered and carried out with utmost seriousness, so that the fundamental questions, who am I? What do I live for? Where is my life headed? What will I devote my life to, and is it worth it? What kind of life do I want? Can be answered fully. In this way, young people can live a life worth living, summed up as your choices, your life, and your values, your fate. Life requires a plan and clear goals. Don't let it drift aimlessly without direction. With specific goals, you know where you are going and what you are doing.